Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for May 3rd. May 3rd is the 123rd day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 124th in leap years, with 242 days remaining to the end of the year.
Today's word is brunt. Brunt is a noun that means the principal force, shock, or stress, as of an attack, as in bearing the brunt of a storm. It can also mean the greater part, burden, as in bearing the brunt of a difficult situation. This word comes to us from Middle English. First known use of the word brunt is 1769. Brunt.
And with that, the birthday of Italian historian and philosopher Niccolo Machiavelli, born May 3rd, 1469. Now, he's one of those people whose existence made such an impact that his name has become an adjective. He was active in the politics of his time, and somewhere along the way, he wrote a pamphlet called The Prince. In The Prince, which was also published as a book posthumously, he described a vision of an ideal leader, an amoral, calculating tyrant for whom the end justifies the means. Unfortunately, since Niccolo Machiavelli wrote this piece, these qualities seem to have been attributed to him. Like he's come through history with the reputation himself of being an amoral, calculating tyrant for whom the ends justify the means. Interestingly, his personal views were actually much more moderate than the ideas expressed in The Prince. Once it was published, though, he became the object of great suspicion, causing him to lose favor and become alienated from the people he wished to serve. Sometimes people have difficulty distinguishing the author from the fiction. To this day, the term Machiavellian is used to describe an action undertaken for gain without regard for right or wrong. Niccolo Machiavelli lived to the age of 58. Washington, D.C. was incorporated as a city on May 3rd, 1802, and given a mayor-council form of government. This is the birthday of American boxer Sugar Ray Robinson, born May 3rd, 1921. He lived to the age of 67. And the Kentucky Derby was televised nationally for the first time on May 3rd, 1952. On this day, May 3rd, 1957, the owner of the Brooklyn Dodgers, Walter O'Malley, agreed to move the team from Brooklyn to Los Angeles. The first unsolicited bulk commercial email, which would later come to be known as spam, was sent by a Digital Equipment Corporation marketing representative to every ARPANET address on the West Coast of the United States on May 3rd, 1978.
Today's song is He Don't Love You Like I Love You by Tony Orlando and Dawn. I always have to chuckle here at the memory of how annoyed my grandmother would get at the deliberate use of incorrect grammar in popular music. This song was written by Jerry Butler, Calvin Carter, and Curtis Mayfield. Jerry Butler originally released it in 1960 under the title He Will Break Your Heart. Correct use of grammar. That version made it all the way to number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 and 7 non-consecutive weeks in the number 1 spot on the U.S. R&B chart. It's been altered and covered by other artists in addition to Tony Orlando and Dawn, who released their version in 1975 with the title He Don't Love You Like I Love You. And that one hit number 1 on May 3rd, 1975. He Don't Love You Like I Love You by Tony Orlando and Dawn. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoyed this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Getter. All those links in the description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Do not disturb.
Okay, I turned Do Not Disturb on.
Good job. Third time better be a charm. There's no thee there. One more time. Attracting. Just read the whole thing over. Are you making some sound? Get on out of here. Yeah, we're gonna edit that out. Don't alienate people who can be helpful to you. Flinging happiness all over the place. Alrighty, back to work. I think we got it this time.